Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a minute since I last posted a video. We all know how life is, but I'm excited to be able to update y'all on part of my academic/social life at Loyola Marymount University. But before I do, I want y'all to pay attention to a Black-owned business that was created by a Black LMU student. And basically, so look, I got on some luxury faux mink lashes by the name of Stunna from Lash Me Baby. Okay, period. And let me tell y'all, this is my 7th time wearing these lashes. I also just woke up from a nap, so this one's a little off, but I still look cute. And also, you can use my code XOAMAYA for 15% off. So I just want to tell y'all that y'all need to hop on the wave and get these as soon as the restock happens, because every time the restock happens, they sell out. So to get into this video, the title, do hashtag Black Lives Matter at Loyola Marymount University. So I have had the thought to do this video for so long. I actually wanted to do it in the summer of 2019, but my experience as a Black person on campus just kept shifting. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted to say. I was afraid that, I hold certain leadership positions on campus, so I don't exactly want to say anything that would necessarily make the university look bad. So then I lose my positions or I lose my job, or it seems as if I don't love LMU, because ultimately I love LMU, but it is only because of the Black community that I love LMU. It is only because of what Black people have done for me, the positions Black people have put me in, the ways in which Black alumni have supported me. Everything that I have experienced on a positive note at Loyola Marymount University has been because of the Black community. I just wanted to be real and upfront about that, because coming to LMU has been, words cannot explain how happy I am to have gone to LMU. I've met, my best friends. I've gotten to explore interests that I never thought I would have gotten into, and I have just gotten to hear many different stories of people who have been super inspiring to me. So there's been a lot of positives, but I think that it is important that I'm able to make this video and speak about how LMU is a reflection of society, and how although LMU has a mission and pillars that speak of social justice and inclusion and whatever, how it ain't always like that, and how Black people may be tired of us. People may be tired of hearing of us, but how we work our asses off to get shit for our community, that when it's finally awarded to us, it's ultimately awarded to all of the minority groups on campus. So while, I hear people say all the time, issues at LMU seem black and white, it's, I'm telling you, I don't believe any other community on LMU's campus fights harder than the Black community. And then in the end, everyone is rewarded. So this video could be long and drawn out, because I looked at my notes from a year ago, ranging from my experience of having to explain to my all-white class about how my hair didn't grow overnight when I had braids down to my butt. I could talk about how the non-Black person in my first year residence hall said the N-word in a group chat, and then when the issue went to judicial, the Black woman in judicial actually said, well, he's from Northern California. What do you want me to do? I could talk about those things, but I think it would be more important that I talk about my current experience now that I have senior standing, and now that the COVID-19 pandemic and the nationwide recognition of police brutality due to the late George Floyd has sparked protest in our nation, how we see white supremacists raid the U.S. Capitol building, and how our society is just supposedly looking at race in this different way now. To put an end to my ramble, yes, all of that has changed my experience as a Black student on LMU's campus, and I'm not sure it's for better or for worse. Maybe I'll figure that out at the end of this video. So I don't want this to be too long, so I'm just going to give everyone an overview of my experience within the revitalization of #Black at LMU. I always like to use a quote by Amanda Seales that says, every Black experience is a Black experience as long as it is not anti-Black. So I'm a Black girl from the South Side of Chicago who was very blessed to relocate to Los Angeles for college, but my background has shaped me. I'm an African American Studies major, so a lot of the information that I continue to learn shapes my perspective. I'm very much so involved within LMU's Black community, and I have been since I was a first year student, so that influences my perspective. But any other Black experience isn't to be invalidated, and anything that another Black student say they don't agree with me about, it doesn't invalidate my experience. It's just that, everybody's different. First off, as a Black person at LMU, I gotta pay, homage to all of the Black alumni that have come before me, those who have sparked movements before the one in which I'm involved in, because it was their work in progress that has allowed us to take such large steps towards getting the resources and attention we need as a Black community at LMU. It is the alumni who support Black students through or the African American Alumni Association. It is the Black alumni that come back to LMU and join on as faculty and staff members to help guide Black students on campus. And it is those Black alumni that simply just show up for networking events and just take chances on us, or even just sit down and tell us about what their day-to-day jobs are, or just tell us about how they navigated LMU. Shout out to them. Being involved in #Black at LMU first of all, it's definitely something I never would have expected, but rightfully so. I was ready to accept the opportunity to serve my community, one. But two, it has given me a real glimpse of just dealing with race relations in this world. I came from a predominantly Black high school, so being thrown into this predominantly white middle class or and above space, I've seen a lot and I'm grateful. As students, we initially felt in June that LMU had not done its due diligence at taking care of the Black community when the protests occurred. It was actually Black student leaders that brought the community together over Zoom so we could discuss our feelings. And from there, we actually ended up breaking out into committees and starting a group chat and just honestly banding together as a community as I just had never seen before. So it was super exciting. So while all of this is happening, the leaders of Brothers of Consciousness, a Black organization on campus, began to raise money for Black organization, and once they actually raised a lot of money in one night. I can't remember the exact number, but they decided to invite other LMU organizations to join on and created kind of a campus-wide effort to raise funds for Black organizations. I was able to get involved with my club, her campus LMU, and it was amazing. And that allowed for those who prompted that fundraiser to receive a lot of recognition that resulted in the leaders of #Black at LMU being invited to meet with the president and his cabinet to discuss ways in which the Black community could be supported. So just to make it clear, all of what I said was things were occurring within the Black community, but it was Black people raising money and making the university look amazing, which is what actually allowed for Black leaders to sit down with university leadership. But I digress. So moving forward, I was very thankful that my efforts within the community were seen, and that because I was vocal, I was invited to be part of the #Black at LMU leadership team, simply because of the fact that when the fundraiser took off, I was I had my hands on deck with the fundraiser, as well as two of my other peers to make up a group of 5. We met with the president, and we actually brought the president and his cabinet some concerns within the Black community. And, they told us, they heard us. I've been in situations before with educational leadership that, I was like, okay, maybe they're listening. I don't really know. So we knew that we still had to apply some pressure. So the Administration Reform Committee, which I was the lead on at the time, along with some help from some Black faculty and staff, and just the input of students and all of their concerns, of course, and also the #Black at LMU cohort before us, with seeing some of their demands that they had put out years prior. We were able to cultivate a list of demands that can actually be seen at www.blackatlmu.com. I will put the link down below. But we came up with demands ranging from a request for LMU's capital campaign that would be used to support the Black community. We requested for the Learning Community, or TLC, which is a program that is for the retention, success, and support of Black students. We asked for more money to be allocated towards that program, as well as the Office of Black Student Services as a whole. We had a demand for a physical Black space to be placed on campus and in a reasonable spot on campus where students could actually access. We asked for one of a very, very respected man on campus. We call him the Godfather. So if you know, you know. But we call for him to be promoted and honored, and that he also be allocated additional work study students so that he could continue to recruit Black students with all of the resources that he needed, and so much more. So we brought these demands to the president and his cabinet, and we wanted a written agreement that they would make the demands happen, but we didn't get that. In turn, there was actually a bulletin posted to the entire LMU community saying how LMU would rather call our demands goals, and that the university is anti-racist and is going to, work to be an anti-racist university and do new implicit bias training and yada, yada, yada. So, of course, as a community, and like I said, maybe I should start using I statements, but I know myself and many other people in the community, we was pissed off because we was like, we sent you a list of demands on behalf of us, and in turn, you reply to the entire LMU community You don't reply directly to us. You don't speak directly to us. And basically, you don't even address all of our demands. To make a long story short, I still feel as if certain times all of our demands are not addressed. It seems as if when we bring things up and there's a setback, oh, well, certain things are going to take longer to happen. Well, oh, you just think that we can do everything? Or, at the end of the day, all we're asking for is, yes, are you going to complete this or that demand? Or are you working? Or can you give us an update? Because at least if you can just give us an update, we understand it'll take a long time, but we can know that progress is being made or that this particular thing is being tended to, but we don't always get that. Sometimes when we bring up concerns, like I spoke of the promotion of our godfather, there's been issues within that. I work within admissions at LMU. I work on the Black admissions team, and we feared for our jobs this past semester because of, honestly, I can't even tell you what the true issue has been, but we've been told that some of our programming is unorganized. We've just been told that they just wanted us to integrate with the tour guide program and serve that way. It's just been a lot of interesting setbacks that have definitely impacted our ability to be transparent within our jobs. And it hasn't, I don't want to say it's impacted it because it hasn't stopped us from being honest to all the prospective Black students that we speak to, but it is definitely has put a strain on us as students because it is conflicting to continue to do what you know is right when you know that you're receiving pushback and you know that you're not necessarily supported. And it's so interesting because of these demands, for the first time, the Black students within admissions who do Black recruitment are actually calling ourselves a Black admissions team. And we get to say that. We get to say that because of George Floyd and because of coronavirus. So I know this video was not as straightforward or as detailed as we would have all liked it to be. Again, I didn't want it to be too long, but also I have multiple jobs on LMU's campus. I serve in leadership positions and I have personal obligations to the Black community, but I also have professional, obligations outside of the Black community where I know I'll be supported for a video like this, but also it's hard. Like I said, I don't want people to get it confused. I love my university because of the Black community. I feel supported because of the Black community, but also I think certain people in certain leadership positions on LMU's campus may think that they are doing me a favor with some of the privileges that I have on campus and could totally feel as if they want to take them away. Privileges I'm speaking of are obviously scholarships, but hopefully I will get together with some of my peers and make a part 2, make many parts of this video. Remember to always connect with me on Instagram at xoamaya and comment, please. I know I'm not very good at responding to comments all the time, but I will definitely try and do so for this video. Subscribe because you definitely don't know what is coming next. And just thank y'all for rocking with my channel, rocking with this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.